Welcome back to episode 2 of Spritz or Ditch. This is a series where I try and review the kinds of niche, indie niche, and designer fragrances to see if they suit my taste. Spritz if it's up my alley, and Ditch if it's too tacky or me no likey. In today's episode, we're going to review a fragrance from the house of Mancera. Mancera Black Gold. And here are the notes of the fragrance before we start. So, what does this fragrance smell like? So Black Gold opens up citrusy, very aromatic and fougere, clean, and fresh spicy. I really love how it opens up. The citruses here aren't on your face. It's smooth. And the citruses basically adds a layer to the opening. Hindi siya as prominent. Actually, the main note here that is very prominent is the lavender. And the lavender is surrounded by clean florals and fresh spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and jasmine. There's also oud in the note breakdown, but it's more of a supporting note to piece everything together and make the overall blend smoother and richer. As someone who loves aromatic and fougere fragrances, wow, this is probably the smoothest opening I've ever experienced in that wheelhouse of fragrances. As it transitions to the mids, it turns into a lavender, violet, floral fragrance with some moody nuances. You also get a hint of rose, but it's more of a backdrop. This is very clean, fougere, powdery, and a tad bit soapy. The powdery feature here is more of a clean, fresh powdery vibe, not the make-uppy or iris type. The vibe I'm getting off from this fragrance is you just got out of the shower and used an aftershave. That's literally the closest representation I could compare to this fragrance. This fragrance has a lot of transitions from top to base. It's very complex, and I love it. On the dry down of Mancera's Black Gold, the lavender and violet are still quite prominent, but you'll notice a very warm, ambery base with leather and woody notes. This is a very lavender and violet forward fragrance. If you love those old 90s fougere fragrances like Jacquard Noir, my god, you'll also love this fragrance as well. This is reminiscent of Jacquard Noir, Azaro Pour Homme, Wiesel Kuros, and more. Basically, I'd say that Mancera Black Gold is a modernized version of those types of fragrances. I really love how this fragrance is constructed. Despite being strong, the overall blend is smooth, subtle, and not all over the place. We'll tackle the performance in a bit. You guys know I love aromatic and fougere fragrances, or lavender-based scents in general. For me, this is what a real man smells like. Not some Louis Vuitton, Parfums Marley, or some random MFK fragrance. Or those generic fresh fragrances. This one, Mancera's Black Gold, is the true definition of masculinity. Okay, now let's talk about its performance. As for the performance on Mancera's Black Gold, it's pretty great, especially for an aromatic fougere fragrance. Well, these types of fragrances are generally strong anyways. I get 7 to 8 plus hours of longevity on skin with a strong projection for the first 2 hours. Mancera and Montale is notable for making strong fragrances anyways, so I'm not surprised with this one. If I were to rate this, I'd give it a solid 8.75 out of 10. If only the leather note were more prominent, man, it would be perfect. But even so, everything is on point. I see myself owning a bottle of Mancera's Black Gold in the future, especially if my Jacquard Noir runs out. This is basically Jacquard Noir for me, but it's modernized. So, I'm spritzing this fragrance. Man, this stuff is fucking good. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Spritz or Ditch. Yan Len out.